Hi, in this episode, we will learn the concept of debentures. What are debentures? Debentures can be equated with the concept of debt. So when a debt is taken in the form of a loan, generally we approach banks or some financial institutions. But what if we need debt so that there is transferability, right? That's when we go to something called as an instrument. And that instrument which evidences debt is what is called as a debenture. So debentures are issued to various number of debenture holders who cumulatively give the debt to the company, and that debt is termed as a debenture. Now let us look into the legal definition of debenture under the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. As per section 2 subsection 30 of the Companies Act 2013, the term debenture has been defined to include debenture stock, bonds, or any other instrument of a company evidencing a debt. This is most important, any instrument evidencing a debt. And such an instrument or bond or debenture stock may or may not constitute a charge on the assets of the company. Right? So what is the meaning of charge? Let's learn that. Section 2 subsection 16 defines the term charge as an interest or lien created on the property or assets of a company or any of its undertakings or both as security, and it includes a mortgage, right? So mortgage, lien or pledge, all these are creating interest over property of the company, and that is what is termed as a charge. So a debenture may or may not create charge on the assets of a company. Now let's understand the derivation of this term debenture. Debenture is a derivation of a Latin word called debere, and the term means either to borrow or to loan. So debere plus indenture is what is a debenture. Now what are the concepts we're going to learn in this video? They are: number 1, issuance of debentures, convertibility, security interest, debenture trustee and trust deed, and the concept of redemption. Issuance of debentures. But debentures may be issued either as a private placement or it may also be issued as a public issue. Now private placement is when you are issuing it to an identified select set of people. A public issue is when you issue it to the entire public as a whole. And this public issue has to be as per SEBI issue and listing of non-convertible securities regulations 2021. When it comes to convertibility of a debenture may be convertible into equity shares. So when we mean convertible, we imply converting into equity shares. Now as per the terms of the debentures, the instrument may be either optionally convertible, compulsorily convertible, or partly convertible. That is completely dependent on the need of the company and the terms of the respective debentures. Now let's understand as to the concept of security interest. In the beginning, we have seen the definition of charge. Now where there is a charge created by the debenture, it is termed as a secured debenture, and where no charge is created, it is termed as an unsecured debenture, and even this is defined or included in the terms of the respective debentures. Now who is a debenture trustee? Now wherever there is a secured debenture or the offer or invitation has been made to the public or to the members of the company exceeding 500 in number, there is a mandatory appointment of a debenture trustee. And this is kept in the best interest of the debenture holders. Such debenture trustee shall reflect and represent the interest of all such debenture holders. Now, in order to reflect the responsibilities of such debenture trustee and the way the debenture trustee has to safeguard the interests of the debenture holders, a debenture trust deed shall be executed by the company in favor of the debenture trustee, and the same has to be executed within 3 months of the closure of the offer. And there is a form which is Form SH12, which captures the format in which the debenture trust deed has to be entered into. Rather, the content of the debenture trust deed is provided in this form. Now let's talk about redemption. Now what is redemption? It is nothing but the final repayment of the entire principal amount of debenture. Now such redemption period, that is the date of such redemption, shall not exceed 10 years from the date of issue. However, in certain situations, it may still exceed 10 years, but it shall not exceed a maximum of 30 years. And what are such companies? The companies which are engaged in setting up of infrastructure projects, or infrastructure finance companies, or infrastructure debt fund NBFCs, or companies permitted by certain statutory authorities like the ministry or any other department or RBI. So this is what is the concept of redemption. Now that we learned the concept of debentures, now let's remember that debentures can be in many forms. It can be a combination of debt and equity. It can be partly convertible or completely convertible, right? So debentures are widely used instrument in the securities market, particularly the capital market, where startups, when they raise funds, they usually go for the convertible instruments and majorly debentures. And the debentures can be zero coupon also, right? So with this, we conclude this video. In our subsequent videos, we'll learn the concepts of deposits, dividends, and various other interesting concepts under the Companies Act 2013. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.